Hey everybody, this is Donnie from ADEX Club, and I got my Labradoodles here today. This is Cinderella and this is India Ink, and these guys are really close in age. India's 2 and Cinderella's a year and 7 months now, so she's catching up. But you guys, I got a great video today. I'm going to teach you what farmer carries and picking up your club around the house to mop the floor underneath them have in common. Okay, so we're going to talk about today is, see this gear over here? We're going to do 2 things with it. We're going to learn how to pick it up properly when we're not really training with it, and we're just to move it around the house, let's say, or from your car to the house, anything like that. And also how that can turn into an exercise component, which will let you do farmer carries with your club, mace, or arc. Check it out. I'm going to start here with this ADEX club. This is set at 12.5 pounds. This is something that is easy to pick up for most people. Although, and I'm going to tell you guys this honestly, I have thrown my back out with picking up something that weighed less than 12 pounds once in my life. So there is a safe way to pick this up, and there's many wrong ways to pick this up. Many times you'll see people grab a small club and just pick it up and clean it like this. It's good, you're getting the leg drive and everything else, although it's only 12.5 pounds. It seems like it's foolish to do that, or not necessary. That's the better word, not necessary to do that. And oftentimes we'll see people doing this. Check it out. Bending down to pick up a club. Look where that foot is. Look where this foot is. And these are people many times who don't train on one foot, and there is training for one foot. If you guys have done any functional fitness, you know that. So you'll see people doing this at the gym, at the park, wherever they're going. That's not really good. I just picked that up sloppy. The way you should really pick it up, if this is slightly heavy for you, bend at the knees, grab it, and pull straight up, and then you can walk with it as a farmer carry. Can go backwards with it also. If you need to bring it up for exercise from the center, bring it up in a nice clean like that. If you have to use this hand as a protection hand, as a safety hand, it's available to you because you don't have both hands on the club. When you get to something that's heavier, and by the way, if you do take a walk with a 12-pound club, it's great to do. Let's go to a 45-pound setup. Again, and I'm guilty of it too. I'll go by, somebody says, hey, let's train with the clubs, pick it up, and I'm doing this. Don't do that. Really, don't do that. Let's do it the right way. Come up to our club, approach it. The club is in line with my foot. Bend down, pick it up, and I can proceed to walk to wherever I'm training. Put it down. So let's pretend I walk to where I was. I put it down on the floor. Then I can front swing it up to where I need to go to get my work done. Of course, that's what we show all the time when exercising, but no one thinks they're exercising when they're cleaning their house and they're moving their club. They just want to vacuum under there. So you're vacuuming and you do one of these. We don't want to do that. When you're picking up a heavy club, such as this, like a 45-pound club, you want to make sure both feet are on the floor. Even if you're moving it around the house. This is both for exercise and for just moving it around the house when it's not exercise time. Bend down at the knees, have a little bit of a fold, and lift straight up with the legs. Now you can proceed to do a great farmer's carry. Look at that. If you walk around the block with this bad boy, you're going to be a monster. One-sided farmer carries are difficult to use because you don't have the weight distributed evenly in both of your feet. So when you're picking up, this is where you got to learn. You can't have the opposite side foot like hovering or very light feeling. You want to make sure that your feet are on the floor, Your toes are splayed open. That's what this means, splayed. Try to spread your toes inside your shoe if you can. Bend and lift up and begin. Notice I drove equally from the same, at the knees. Both legs came up at the same time. I didn't kind of do that. I'm not leaning over this way and getting my spine and my obliques involved. I am doing it this way so that I am not bent to the side with my spine. Lift this way. On the other side, put it down. Be careful when you're carrying these clubs. Like I said, I threw my back out picking up something that was less than 12 pounds. As we put this over here, let's go to our arc. You can do farmer's carries with your arc also. Just hold it closer to the weight of the club. Stand up. Make sure you learn how to distribute your weight evenly in your feet. Again, you don't want to be the opposite side foot hovering. You don't want to torque your spine over to the side and stretch your oblique over here. You're going down straight, grabbing the club, driving upward with both, where you can feel it in both feet. You want to drive upward from that. This also can be used as a farmer carry. Take a walk around the block with that. Another way to pick up your arc, and you guys, if you've seen like some of the beginner train ADEX videos, you can grab your arc like this, bring it up, slide your hand down, and you're in order position. Make sure you have your feet placed on the floor and that you drive upward with the knees and slide your hand down. This also can be brought up in a front swing. Not too many people do it, but you kind of have to be a little more careful with it so that the tail of the club or the arc doesn't get in your way. The same can be applied with the mace. This one's a little lighter because I picked up so many. I'm getting tired. Again, bend down, grab your mace, and you can do farmer carries. If you can't pick it up with one hand, if your grip isn't strong enough, tip your mace to the side, grab it near the head of the mace where the weight is, bring it upward. Notice how my hands are. As I put it up, I can slide my hands down and get it into position, or I can work with it from this position. So I just want you guys to be able to pick your equipment up properly. You can make an exercise doing this. Let's go back to the heavy club again. We'll make some finer points about the exercise. So when we're picking up on the outside of our body, feet, my toes are probably in line with it, with the club pretty much, maybe a little further forward my toes are, about a half an inch. Bending down, making sure that my opposite side, this side here, leg is loaded. I don't want that leg to be hovering. And pick up. You can start with just by doing this, placing the club down, picking it all the way up, stand all the way tall. Bend down again. You want triple extension, meaning your ankles are going to be straight, your knees are going to be straight, and your hips and torso are open. You're not leaning forward. So, ankles, knees, hips, all open, extended. Crouch down. Drive up with both feet equally. And when you walk, make sure you put enough pressure on the opposite side foot so that you're not doing this while you're walking. You don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be waddling. You want to be walking with your farmer's carries. Or, when you're moving your equipment around the house to clean the floor underneath there. If we go to the opposite side, again, same thing, just opposite side. Make sure you're driving up. If it's on the left, make sure the opposite foot, the right one, is doing as much work pushing upward. Shoulders level across the top. I'm not driving up like this. Remember, keep those obliques nice and even, tight over here. Boom. And then proudly walk. Anyway, I hope you guys can use this information. I hope a lot of you start implementing it in your workouts. It's kind of a pain in the neck to get used to if you haven't driven up equally with both feet, but I really don't want to find out that one of my loyal ADEX people has a pain in their back for 3 months and they can't train because they did this to make sure that they could vacuum underneath their club while it's sitting there waiting by the door. Listen, you guys have a beautiful day, and we will see you on the platform. Peace.